Welcome, Wolfpack fans, to Claremont High School Network's first ever podcast, episode number 1.
Numero uno.
Our hope in the months ahead that we can bring our fans, alumni, ex-faculty, some good content that is reflective of the Wolfpack heritage. But not only those folks, but also the current student body and current faculty. My name is Frank Ramirez. I am the advisor for Claremont High School Network. We have been live streaming our football games this past season, actually for the last 4 seasons. And I've gotten the opportunity to work with some really fabulous students. And this program is completely run by the students. I'm happy to say that all I do is take them from place to place, get them the equipment that they need, and they pretty much run the show. So we are very happy and thankful that they're able to do that for us today. We have a really exciting show. We are going to be talking about the current state of sports at Claremont High School right now. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. We have playoffs for basketball that's in the air. Luke will be here in a little bit, talk a little bit about that. We are going to be talking about our high school football coach's vacancy that we have right now. Luke will also be talking a little bit about that. We have some exciting news about the Rose Bowl and the California High School Football Hall of Fame Association and what that means for Claremont High School. We are going to be talking about the Super Bowl, as the Super Bowl is this weekend, and we are hoping to find out what students do during Super Bowl weekend. We know that there's a lot of buzz in the air this year with the current events that are going on that are surrounding some of the players, and we'll have Caitlin here talking a little bit about that. So without further ado, let me introduce my 2 co-hosts. You may recognize Luke Roy's voice as he is the announcer of the football games, and Caitlin Zhang, who did the pregame show, and she's also a behind-the-scenes person on our programs. So take it away, guys.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
First, I want to start off by saying thank you, Frank, for helping organize all this, obviously. And I mean, when I came into the program, I thought that this would be a great way for us to get some experience, even before we even started jotting down the other ideas. And I'm sure we're all excited to be here. But should we just get straight into what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, of course. So I've heard that girls basketball have been doing really good this year.
Yes, they have been doing good. Have you guys been to any of the games this year?
I sadly have not.
I have not.
You have not. I went to one of them to support one of my friends. She we're longtime friends from elementary school, and I forgot who they played, but they smoked them. It was bad. It was 50. I think it was 50, and then I don't think the other team scored 10 before halftime.
I think them winning league was down to the last game. I think it might have even been a coin toss.
I think I heard something about a coin toss, I believe, for seeding and if they got a bye, but they are having their CIF game on Thursday. Now, we're recording this on a Wednesday, but it's going to go live on Friday, so we don't know what's happening with that game.
Good point.
But
we'll see how they do, hopefully they win.
Yeah, we wish the team the best of luck,
Yeah,
obviously. I know a lot of people on that team at the varsity and JV level. I mean, their coach is my counselor. He's a very cool guy.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, very cool guy. So obviously wish the best of luck to that team. And
yeah, I've also heard that JV girls basketball have not lost a single game this season.
Yeah, I know they went perfect in league.
Yeah,
and
they went
I'm
perfect
pretty
in
sure
league.
they went perfect overall as well, but I might be wrong with that.
That's
So
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
they haven't lost a
extremely.
single
They
game.
played 20 games, 25 games.
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
it's up. Yeah, it's up there. I think varsity played 28, 20, around 30.
That's
And,
impressive.
yeah, but so I obviously wish them the best of luck in their game, and I mean you had some good teams. Otherwise, we have a lot of CIF teams for the winter season. I mean, you have girls soccer and boys soccer both going to CIF and
there's
playing in
also
their
girls
games.
wrestling that made it
Girls
to CIF
wrestling,
too.
4 wrestlers made it.
Yes, 4 wrestlers made it. Do you remember their names, Luke? It
Uh,
was Lauren, Brianna, Milani, and Milana, I think. I'm not sure, but
Way to go.
congratulations to them for making it to CIF.
She had to memorize that for a Wolfcast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But now I'm gonna keep it in the Claremont High School sports, and obviously our channel's like it's football. So, and we all know that Coach Heil and the school parted ways near the end of the last season and into the off season. So, so over the off season, they've been on a head coaching search, and we are not allowed to say
disclose that information yet?
Like who it is. We don't even know who it is. That's how much of information we're keeping tight. But they're in their final stages, and you should be on the lookout. And we'll be sure to get you guys informed once we do it, and hopefully we can next time we'll be here, we'll be interviewing the head coach.
Well, hopefully by the
course.
time this airs, they will already have
Announced.
named the coach. But I mean, that's how close we are. Like we'll be airing this in the next 2 days, and so hopefully by then we will know. And then hoping that we can interview the coach maybe next podcast. So episode 2.
That would be cool.
Fingers crossed that we could get the new head coach to come on and introduce himself to the school.
Definitely.
So make sure to subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our video version on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to Claremont High Network.
Yes, and we have a little announcement.
Oh yes, Mr. Muncie actually, who did the announcing for the football games for the first 3 seasons that we did the live stream, is actually here, and he's going to talk a little bit about the Pasadena Rose Bowl, the California High School Football Hall of Fame. So I'm going to step aside and let him come in here and join this group.
Thank you so much for coming on, Mr. Muncie.
Hello, Mr. Muncie.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Doing great.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Sorry for taking time out of your day.
Oh, that's okay. Nothing but time right now.
So you're like the main one operating the search for figuring out, because you guys are sending a helmet to.
Yeah, the Claremont coaching staff. Some of our recent coaches, I've been talking with them about something to give to this California High School Football Hall of Fame. Part of what we've been asked to do is that the Rose Bowl itself, the granddaddy of them all, that what we've all watched, they've actually opened another, I don't want to say a wing, but another building that basically is just for California High School Football Hall of Fame. This last August in 2023, they inducted their first class, which were 100 players and 13 coaches that they inducted into this California High School Hall of Fame. And what they're asking for is for every high school to represent some way in California, not just Southern California, but in everywhere. They'd like to hang a helmet or put a jersey or put something in there. So going back over the history of Claremont High School in sports, looking at, most people, when I say recent, they think 4, 5, 6 years. When I think recent, I think 20, 25 years, as long as I've been here. But in reality, Claremont High School has been playing football and playing sports for well over 70 years. Claremont High School was originally established in 1911 down at the corner of the old schoolhouse. Was a Pomona finishing school before that in the 1800s, and then moved up to this campus in 1964. And since then, there's been some great coaches that have come through back even in the 50s and 60s and in the 70s. And then even recent, we've had some great coaches that have come through. So I talked with some of the coaches that were part of some championships, and we talked about the idea of the group that was from 2001 to 2003. They won a back-to-back-to-back Baseline League championship, and we decided that needed to be represented. There's been a couple section championships that have been won, but we don't have any memorabilia. It's been 40 years this year since that's happened.
It's like when my mom went to school here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So it's been a minute. So we look back and we were able to track down a helmet that we were going to send in to the California High School Football Hall of Fame, and great support from our administration, from our new athletic director, Mr. Sannon. He's been great, and as you guys mentioned earlier with Frank, that the coaching search is coming down to the final days, and we should be hearing something very soon.
That's cool.
Do you have any details on what the helmet is going to be?
The helmet that we've decided to look at from that era is a silver speckled helmet that has the script words "Pack." I believe that there'll be a picture of it that will show. But that helmet was representative of 3, and not to take away, it was representative of a height of Claremont football. Not that there hasn't been great teams since then.
No, but
they've won league championships and so on. But there was something special about that team. Now again, that could just be me because that was kind of my first inauguration to what was going on.
No, I mean, like, you were competing with, like, Upland, Rancho, Damien, those, like, Bonita, like, and big schools that are sending players to, like, the league.
Right, yeah. So we've, we were playing, our original baseline league was Damien, Glendora, Rancho, Etowanda, Upland, and to be able to be league champions of that.
Yeah, incredible.
Of that league for 3 years in a row was, I thought, talking to the coaches, not just me, but talking to some other coaches, we felt like that would be very representative of Claremont High School.
That's definitely, yeah.
Part of the Hall of Fame is that it is open to everybody. I believe that there's a website that's running right now. It's www.cahighschoolfootballhof.org, and obviously HOF for Hall of Fame. But that website is currently active if people want to go there and take a look. And I looked at it this morning, and it's pretty amazing on what they're putting in there. It's not just a building with helmets. I mean, it's got the history of all different types of different levels, different players. And again, sending people, we've had a lot of people who have gone on to play football at the college level, whether it's D1, D2, D3, NAIA, wherever it is. It's a special feeling for those kids, and that's something that we had a lot of student athletes at that time during that run as well, take off and do that. So, all right.
Well, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you
Muncie.
so much for informing.
Absolutely, always a pleasure to be here. Thank you to everybody who watches the network, the live stream, the football games. They do a great job with it. I was privileged enough to work with Frank early on getting this started. And this was always our goal, was to turn this over into a student-run project, and it's taken off, and we really appreciate. I know I appreciate that in what I do now, and I see the growth that's happening. So it is much appreciated, and keep working at it.
We will.
Thank you so much.
You guys do a good job with it,
Thank
so
you.
appreciate that.
And again, thanks so much, Mr. Muncie. You're welcome
Absolutely.
back whenever you want to come back on the show.
Appreciate it. Anytime you need me, let me know. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muncie.
Thank you.
Round of applause for Mr. Muncie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Muncie. Appreciate the info. That's a very special thing for Claremont, that's for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Can I ask you guys, have you guys heard about what the Clippers are doing with their new stadium? I
actually went to SoFi for a
tour,
and I saw this crazy building that I thought was SoFi, and they were like, "No, that's the Clippers' new stadium."
I like to call it mini SoFi.
Yeah.
But so what they're looking to do is they're looking to hang up high school basketball jerseys in the rafters of all California high schools.
Are we a part of that?
I'm not 100% sure. That would be a question for our athletic director. But I'm sure just, I just thought that would be a cool little tip. It kind of reminds me of the Rose Bowl. Yeah. But should we transition to the big thing going on this week?
So this weekend we have the Super Bowl.
So Luke, are you doing anything this weekend?
Well, I'm watching the Super Bowl with my family.
Are you actually watching every quarter?
Oh yeah, of course.
I see.
100%.
So are you a 49ers or a Chiefs type of guy?
I'm more of a I hope they both lose type of guy.
Oh.
I'm going to be hate watching the Super Bowl.
I see.
There's a lot of that I heard.
But if you had death beam pointed at the earth, I would probably want the Chiefs to win more than the Niners.
I see.
Now, here's the deal. Like, I'm a Raider fan, so I despise the Chiefs. But my wife has been asking me about all these like football plays and the new spring league that everybody's talking about, and I'm like, why am I talking to my wife about
about the UFL
league, about the Rock Spring football? Yeah, how does she know this? It's because of Taylor Swift. And she is in the know of all that stuff. So because of that, and the Kelseys are kind of fun. I don't know if you guys have watched their podcast, but they're pretty fun.
Really, really good show.
So I'm kind of rooting for the Chiefs, which is sad to say, but.
The Niners are up there on the not like list.
Yeah. Caitlin, what are you doing?
I mean,
have you watched a Super Bowl game before?
I have watched it, but I don't really watch for the football. I watch for the halftime show.
Have you watched any snap? No.
No, I have not. Like last year, I was mostly only paying attention during Rihanna's halftime show, and then like after, I was just doing my own thing and not watching.
Are you going to pay attention to the Usher halftime show?
The Usher halftime show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. It was good.
No, it's this year.
Oh, my bad. No, okay. I'm not sure because I'm not going to be home.
Oh, where are you going to be?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be here at school because I have a couple academic events to attend.
Oh, I know what they
And
are.
Ooh, is it speech and debate?
yeah, so I would not be able to watch the Super Bowl this weekend, but I do want to watch Taylor Swift's halftime show.
She's not.
She's not doing the
She's
halftime
not
show.
doing. She's not.
No.
No,
I thought.
it's
That's-
Usher.
Usher's
Oh,
doing the halftime
wait.
show.
So what's Taylor?
She's just gonna be there.
She's
I
just gonna
see.
be. Is she gonna make it? 'Cause she
Okay.
Isn't
I saw.
Isn't- yeah, she's
I saw
traveling right
a
now.
thing by. It was posted on Twitter by the government of Japan, and they basically said that she can get there. She can get to Las Vegas with a good amount of time left remaining. So she will be in attendance, and she'll probably appear on it.
Are you listening to yourself? You're saying that the government of
Yes,
The
you heard me. The government of Japan
is
on
gonna
Twitter.
make sure
On Twitter
that
said
the
that
skies are free for her to be able to get to Vegas.
the government of Japan posted on Twitter saying that they have checked and that she will be able to make it there on time.
Why do you follow the government of Japan on
I
Twitter?
don't. It was reposted by multiple NFL insiders.
Okay.
You think I followed the government of Japan on Twitter?
Because you just like blankly stated out, oh, the government of Japan said blah blah blah. Like, how do you know?
Okay, so
'Cause I
what
say-
about the game?
Okay.
The game?
Okay, so who's gonna win? Who's going?
Ooh,
to... I know
I
that you
mean-
want both teams to lose, but somebody's got to win.
Okay, well, in my opinion, from watching the Niners' past couple playoff games, I look at a defense that's kind of been overrated throughout this whole year. I mean, they don't really have a secondary. It's pretty bad. I mean, you had Jordan Love going off on them, and then you had Jared Goff, who did pretty good in his game. I mean, a couple of drop passes by his receivers were really the difference. But, so that's the main thing I'm looking at. Can Mahomes capitalize? But obviously, we know how good Mahomes is, but, like, that's not really the strength of the Chiefs. The strength is their defense this year. I mean, they're a top 10 defense, I
And
believe, in points per game, or at least they're top half.
And Pacheco's been a surprise.
Oh, yeah, and Pacheco's...
Not that he's been a surprise,
but like he's been very good
been the
for
guy.
like where they were at.
Yeah.
So honestly, what I would say, I don't think Brock Purdy this year is going to be able to get them over the hump. He's had some shakier performances. He had a couple good drives the last couple weeks, but like he had two interceptions dropped versus the Packers. Threw another one. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is going to be the thing. If the Niners win, it's going to be because Christian McCaffrey has a big day. But I think the Chiefs are going to win. That would be my pick.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be too much. When you think about the two quarterbacks, you just how do you like not pick Mahomes, right? He's been there twice, or actually
3 times.
3 times, won it twice.
Yeah.
And Purdy's trying to get there. And
Yeah.
that's where it's going to come down to, like you said.
And obviously, Kyle Shanahan does not have a great track record of big
He's a
games.
good coach. He's a really good coach.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure 28-3 still rings in the heads of Falcons fans.
So what do you think?
From
You
this
have a
time.
prediction for score?
Score? Ooh, okay. I think it's going to be more defense than it is offense. I would probably say, I think it's going to be 23-17 Chiefs.
Okay. I'm with you there. I think it'll be a low-scoring game for sure.
Yeah.
And how many times will they show Taylor Swift in the game, I wonder? Once a
Probably
quarter,
lot.
maybe?
I know. Okay, I saw this thing online, and it's like she averages about like 25 to 30 seconds on camera each game. So, but it's Super Bowl, it's big. If Travis Kelce scores, you know, it's gonna be a big deal on the Taylor Swift internet pages. So, I'd probably give it about 45 seconds. I think she'd be on.
That's like very specific timing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, you calculate the averages and all, you know.
Okay.
So remember to catch Usher's halftime show on TikTok.
Not-
I'm sure since you're going to be busy.
Not Taylor Swift's halftime show. Usher's.
Usher's halftime show. All right, folks, that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up for this this episode. Thanks so much for watching. And again, follow us on all our social media networks. We'll have that on the screen. And wherever you find your podcast. Thank you guys very much. Thanks to all the crew behind the scenes. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Pack.